So good afternoon, everybody. I'm Martin Semrad, and I will guide you through IXP session now. Not just through IXP panel, but the agenda is, in the beginning, I will ask all the representatives from IXP community who sent me their presentation if they can make short update on their exchange points. And later I will ask Arnold Nipper from PeeringDB about the update of this tool. And in the rest of the time, we will try together with Arnold to make some live discussion with the audience about the future of IXPs and about needs of the networks and stuff like that. So if I can ask now a representative from DataIX, is the representative of DataIX here?
There was somebody, but maybe they're still in the break room.
Because I ask everybody that to be prepared at 5 o'clock here. No? So okay, let's go to the next exchange point. Next is Global IX. It's quite funny.
Никто не пришел, все.
They have not come, though. They are communicating socially in the coffee break space.
On the DataIX person. Okay. So maybe just go further and the first I will speak get the prize.
So okay, next is MSKX. Evgeny is prepared. Great.
Got it.
Go to the microphone, please, and.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. I'm representing MSKX. I'm Evgeny Morozov. So 30 seconds update about what is happening in MSKX, what is happening now, and what has happened over 2017. So the traffic that we have fixed for our network, 2.8 a second, and more than 500 participants. About 40 platforms, 10 cities. The 10th city is Riga, and that is the first MSK node outside the Russian Federation. And we've organized that with the support of Aptron company. Thank you very much. Thank you, our partner. And we see good prospects in that node. So all those who are willing to join us, you are welcome. In April 2017, we've launched a new data center at Butlerova 7 in Moscow, in MTS 10 building. We call that M9+. That is the new project for operators, and it has a very good infrastructure, transparent tarification, and a good trace route. So all the professional community welcome at our new platform. This is a specific zone in that building. We are continuing the development of our TV project, which is called Media Logistics. Currently, we have more than 120 TV signals, and we have a large number of applications from different TV companies and operators. MSKX is the point for communication between TV companies and operators. Thank you very much.
Я думаю, те, кто опоздал,
Think those who are late. Yes, are they with us now?
Здравствуйте.
Good afternoon. So we are representing our IX, global IX. It's maybe not so well known as MSKX, but in our times we became the alternative way of receiving the traffic from Vkontakte, and that prompted the development of our services. We have our own infrastructure, which is our advantage, from Moscow to Stockholm, and we have the reserve capacity, and we have our own DVDN, and we can afford the inclusion of both Russian and foreign providers and generators, and we help them to save their transport costs, so they do not have to go to the end operator from Russia. So we allow them to function like that without any costs for leasing. And as we evaluate the market, we are third in terms of the number of traffic. We have about 130, 150 internet providers. And at peaks, the traffic amounted to about 1.5 terabytes a second. That's it. Thank you very much.
I can see that you have a separate channel for IPM. You have a VPI transit. In fact, because we have the infrastructure, our own infrastructure, as a result of large clients, it's payable, and the remains of infrastructure can be used for traffic from large operators, Vodafone, Opsix, and others. I can see that this area of activity is dying out because we have many new clients, especially in Russia. Everybody has been peered. But as to the West, the situation is a bit different. Connectivity is not well established, and we can sell this service successfully. Thank you for the establishment. CVAO.min, CVAO. I am Alexander Mechstev. I represent Monitor Company and our SVARO-X project. SVARO-X project is a kind of a peering venue for domestic network. Our main advantage is that we allow to do peering at the private networks that are accessible for domestic networks. We optimize protocol P2P to receive more connected information and to decrease the loads. Our policy is so that the operators are not restricted with the speed of access to the network. Now we are represented in Mytisha, Pushkin, Sergiev Prasad, and Shelkova. In Moscow, we're located at the points MMTS 9, MMTS 10, GVC railroads. You take a certain pie of providers. It's very popular. It allows to economize the main resources. And what does this mean? SVAO. It's a historical abbreviation. The region of Moscow, northeastern. REDEIX. REDEIX. Can you hear me? Dear colleagues, good afternoon. Vitaly and Shashin, the peering network REDEIX. We have started working since 2006. Our main node hub is located in Krasnoyarsk. We have a data center in Krasnoyarsk as well. As to the number of participants, we have 68 members of the autonomous systems, 4,000 plus networks. We have the classical concept of the regional peering. In the beginning of our work, the drivers of our growth were exclusive access to the local content. We created our own resources, and the access to these resources was only in the carriage providers. And we can see this kind of picture if somebody wants to make use of us resources. And it was very motivating. Today, and for the future, our new driver of growth, we see the localization of the external type of traffic in our data center. Thanks to this, up to the end of 2016, we have 100 gigabyte of traffic, and it's the third place throughout Russia. We have the unique CDN and data center. CDN we take from our partners.
Somebody from Data IX?
Final call for Data
Final
IX.
call for Data IX. So nobody.
The opportunity window is closing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so now we finished with updates on Russian IXPs, and Data IX is here? Okay. Sorry. I didn't.
There'll be a late fee.
Yeah.
I think that it will be more convenient to talk in Russian. Dear colleagues, I do apologize for delayed. I've been to a meeting. I'm not a technical expert. I represent DataX company as to the international cooperation. As to our figures, this brief slide shows that we currently in the network we have more than 360 ASN, 2.5. Now we have 2.6. Sometimes 2.6 terabits in peak, 400 gigabit between Moscow and St. Petersburg. As to the other relevant things, I'd like to add the fact that everybody is very interested in Ukraine issues. We have a very strong position in Ukraine. We have a subsidiary there. So we want to continue our effective cooperation regardlessly, because people are people, and everyone wants to be in connection. If there are any questions within my competencies, I can answer questions.
And we finish with the Russian IXPs, and now I will start to call the representative of international IXPs. Vahan from Armix is here in the room. I don't see him, so maybe later. Okay, Armix is not here. So Arnold, can I ask you for update on DKIX?
I guess can I do it
Doesn't
from here
work.
as well?
Yep,
Okay.
no.
Yes, update from DKIX. If you want to know more about DKIX, just look it up in PeeringDB, and I ask also every exchange to update their record in PeeringDB. So what's new with DKIT? We have a new exchange point in Dallas and Madrid. And both the exchange point in New York and Madrid are really booming. What we will introduce in the third quarter of this year is a new service structure. That means the main idea is to decouple service from ports. Nowadays, if you connect to an internet exchange, you order 10 gigabit ports or 2, 3, 4, or 100 gigabit ports. So what we will do is you get access to the infrastructure, and on top of that, you can order services like peering, Cloud Connect, private VLAN, and so on and so on. And with this structure, we hope to be more flexible and also being able to get more customers and get more customer needs with that. So that's about DKIX, and I will tell more about PeeringDB afterwards.
Thank you, Arnold.
So questions? No. Thank you.
Thank you. So next update is on France IX.
Hello, Ben Nicklin from France IX. So currently we have over 350 connected networks to our two exchanges, one in Marseille, one in Paris. Approximately 60% of that traffic is from French CDNs and eyeball traffic. 40% of it is coming from our international traffic. That's approximately about 800 gig of traffic at peak, which is about a 45% growth on last year's. We have very high adoption of root servers, so as soon as people are connecting to our root servers, they're automatically getting traffic free flowing. We now have 13 different remote peering partners that will allow you to access our network from pretty much anywhere else in the world. And we recently launched the marketplace on our servers that allow our partners and customers to actually interconnect and exchange services with each other via our fabric using existing cross connects and using just VLANs rather than putting more cross connects in place. Thank you.
Any questions to Ben? No, thank you. Next is Interlan from Romania.
Hello. From last year, we doubled out our traffic, reaching 100 gigs. We opened another 3 points of presence in Bucharest and almost 10 in Romania. Now we support interfaces of 40 and 100 gigs. And we are welcome to the other operators from other countries to serve the Romanian traffic.
Adrian, thank you. Any questions to Adrian? No, thank you.
So
next
got
is
Armenian
Links.
EX in the room. If you can
Mark.
do them.
Hi there, I'm Mark from Links. Links is a massive internet exchange in London, lots of members, lots of traffic. You get 1/5 of the entire global routing table if you connect to our root servers. Our root servers are going for a bit of an upgrade. We're going to do prefix validation on them soon. So if you are using our root servers, which I know many of the big Russian networks that are connected in London do, you may want to have a look to see whether that will have any impact on you. And we would like to see more smaller Russian networks connect in London. It's a big financial centre, so you can use a reseller to reach us, which cuts through some of the bureaucracy. So give London a try. Come and have a trial.
Thank you, Mark. Any questions to Mark? No, thank you. Next is NetNode from Sweden.
We have Armenian
Martin?
exchange in the room if you want to put them after this.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Martin. I represent NetNode in Stockholm, where we operate IXPs in both Stockholm and Copenhagen in Denmark. Our traffic peaks at about 1.1 terabit. We have about 180 ASNs connected today. And we have, of course, remote peering through different partners that can help you to reach us from this region. And we have some news. Finally, we will have single ports available in Stockholm. It's been requested for a long time from networks from this region. And from later on this year, we will be able to provide the single ports directly in Stockholm. And we also have a new service which we call Optical IX. It's a point-to-point service between our own NetNode on-net locations within Stockholm or within Copenhagen. It's standalone from the IX, so it's for transport. either 10G or 100G in the metro. So if you want more information, come visit us outside at the table. We are 3 colleagues here from that also. Yeah?
Any questions to Martin now? No. Thank you, Martin.
Martin, we got Armenian exchange here. We can put them. Sorry for reminding.
Vahan, come. I will go back to your presentation.
Пожалуйста.
Well, thank you. Oops, do you hear me? Okay. Well, I'm representing...
If you want to speak in Russian language to Russian audience, it depends on you. What is better for you?
Конечно, да. Спасибо.
Thank you. I'm the director of Armenian Amix Internet Exchange. Currently, we have 12 participants and parties connected. We were established in 2010 as a neutral platform. We have 3 connection types, 10, 1, and 100 Mbps. We have deployed 2 caches, Google Cache, which helped us a lot with our clients. We are actively cooperating with IMSX, IMSIX, and PCH. We render services for internet exchange, traffic, and we are very active on international level. We are helping other networks in Armenia. We organize different IXP events, and we hosted ENOG last year. We've been cooperating with internet communities, societies, and we are closely cooperating with partners from Central and Middle Asia in IX Association. So that's in general the information about us. When were you established? Yes, in 2010. So that was the most rapid growth that you experienced, right? Yes, we've actively developing for the past year and a half, but now we have a problem that our first speaker identified it as the death of transit, when Mr. Hudson mentioned that. So we have the problem with filling in these caches with the transit, but I think that is the problem that many players in Central and Middle Asia facing. So you're suffering from that, right? Yes, we do.
LIX, Vincent.
Hello, my name is Vincent. I'm here for NLIX. NLIX operates one of the largest internet exchanges distributed across Europe in a single VLAN. Over the years, we've developed from an internet exchange pure play and offering more and more transport services, some routing services, and now also recently cloud interconnect services. We connect over 630 networks from 106 data centers across Europe in 15 countries. When it comes to peering services, we of course offer our own exchange, but we also offer remote internet exchange services. We're partnered to many of the leading exchanges here in the room also. And we also provide VLAN access to some of the premium peers that have a closed paid peering policy. You can connect to us at 1 gig, 10 gig, or 100 gigs. And we have decoupled our services from our ports. You can stack multiple services on one port. We recently opened 2 of our latest POPs, Telepoint in Sofia in Bulgaria and NX Data in Bucharest, Romania. My colleague Diego Neto will have a presentation tomorrow about automation that we've done in our route server configuration. So hopefully you'll be around for that as well. You can both look us up here. We're here both days. Thank you.
Any questions? No. Thank you, Vincent. So next update is on NCC, and it will be by me. So because I'm a representative of NCC, we are a non-profit member-driven organization, and we operate Exchange Point in the Czech Republic since 1996. We celebrated 20 years anniversary last year. We have 6 POPs in Prague, And currently we interconnect 147 networks, and for 4 weeks roughly we reached the magical amount of traffic in our exchange. We reached 500 gigabits. And since 2015, we also operate Internet Exchange Point in Slovakia under name nix.sk. And currently we have 3 POPs in neutral data centers in Bratislava, in capital city of Slovakia. And now we interconnect 36 mostly Slovakian networks in our exchange. Most of them are just IX internet service providers, and now we exchange 18.5 gigabits of traffic, and we wait for international content providers who can support the Slovakia market. So that's all from me.
Great.
Do you have any questions to me about Czech and Slovakia? No. Okay.
Just wish you the successful conquest of Balkans and most Eastern Europe, and obviously Swiss must hate you, because I don't know why there is a hole there, you know.
Oh yeah.
Bosnia, but anyway, thank you. Thank you for the.
Thank you.
Do you have any general questions for entire?
Anyway, so, and the last slide is, according to PeeringDB, Arnold provides me some data from PeeringDB from ENOG region, and I was surprised that according to PeeringDB, here in this region is 54 internet exchange point. So, do you think, is it true or not?
It says 55.
So, I was really surprised about the number of this exchange point, because in the first column is the name of exchange point, and in the last is number of networks. And you can see the most of them has just 1 or 0. In one network, yeah. So, okay, but I think that maybe Arnold will motivate some networks to validate the data inside the PeeringDB, and maybe Arnold will provide some more information on it. So if I can invite Arnold to stage with his presentation on PeeringDB.